Hi, I would like to talk about operant conditioning and use Scientology rewards and punishment system to explain how it works. But before, I would like to explain very shortly about how Scientology ethics works. So if I ask you what's ethics to you, I would hear lots of examples. But in Scientology, it's a little bit different. In Scientology, ethics based on statistics. Ethics is action that everybody takes to ensure own survival for himself and others. There is nothing stays the same in the same level, so things get either better or worse. So person is always on specific condition and showing that condition declining or improving. And it usually can be applied to groups or organizations, and statistic shows the current amount of things that compares to the past amount of the same thing. And it shows how much has been done, and it can be measured in money or in anything else. Let's say this week you sold 20 Scientology books, but last week you sold 50 books. So your statistics are down. Trend, it means it shows if your statistics going up or down. Positive and negative doesn't mean good or bad. Positive means add something, and negative means take something away. So reinforcement is something that encourages a behavior to make it more likely to happen again. And punishment discourages a behavior to make it less likely to happen again. Well, let's talk about punishment, negative and positive. Positive punishment is adding something, let's say something inconvenient like pain. For example, in C organization, Scientologist does not do his job fast enough, and he's being yelled at or assigned some tasks, let's say staying up all night and cleaning. Negative punishment is when we take something away to decrease this behavior. For example, if in C organization, Scientologist does not meet his quota, and that person really wanted to visit his family, and he put petition to go take some time off to visit his family. His petition, his request will be denied. And in addition, there are two types of reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is the things that make behavior likely to happen in the future again. Let's take the organization again as example. Let's say a party for upstats. Upstats are hard workers with very high statistics. Or letting upstats go to the movies. And negative reinforcement, for example, let's say if a person becomes very high upstat, he has ethics protection. And if somebody will write a report about some unethical things he's doing, the person who is upstat, even if he's doing all these unethical things, he is not going to get in trouble. And here, what actually Scientology ethics is all about. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but this is page 223 in Scientology ethics book. We are not in the business of being good boys and girls. We are in the business of going free and getting the organization production roaring. Therefore, if a staff member is getting production up by having his own statistic excellent, ethics sure is not interested. But if a staff member is not producing, shown by his bad statistic for his post, ethics is fascinated with his smallest misdemeanor. In short, a staff member can get away with a murder so long as his statistic is up and can sneeze without a chop if it's down.
$25,000 for an accident day, $25,000 for Asset Foundation, $36,000 for CCN, $25,000